Live from the Keon Sports Media Network studios, it is By the Playbook. I'm Brandon Soder. With me, Michael Tournament, Patrick Walls, coming off of another Browns loss, which we will get to. But before we get to the depressing stuff, guys, how you doing today?
Can't complain.
I just wanted to stay silent and make it really awkward. I'm doing great.
I mean, we can cut it and re-roll it.
We could. We really could.
No,
I'm going to put the silence on loop for 20 seconds and just
dead silence.
simmer.
Just make Brandon do all the talking today. That'd be great. Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm at golf after work. I played in a flannel because I forgot to bring a polo, and shockingly played really well for absolutely no flexibility because that sucked.
That's probably why you played well. It kept you from over-flexing.
That's true. That kept everything where it
let
needed
those big
to be.
muscles out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The guns.
It's certainly a choice. Fun nonetheless. What wasn't fun, though, guys, let's get right into it. The Cleveland Browns played the Lions. They did play. That's about as far as the compliments go. 34-10. Not much offensively looked good. Defense was holding up for a little while, but even that fell to the wayside, which kind of like the Ravens game, man. You keep them out there long enough, even if they're playing good, bad things will happen eventually. First time this year where running backs actually done pretty well against us. Gibby had a good game for the Lions.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, man, who wants to start? There's really, other than like Myles Garrett popping up at points, it's pretty cool. Not really a lot of good things to take from this.
I mean, it was kind of expected. Like, this is what I saw happening with the Packers game as well. Because, sooner or later, like we've all said, the defense is going to get tired. You spend that much time on the field, you're going to get gassed. It's not possible to have energy like that all game, every week. And the Lions offense showed us last week, the week before, that even without Ben Johnson, they're going to be just fine. And the fact that we held them to only 34 points, I'm not saying it's a win, but it could have been much worse.
Yeah. I mean, found me to tag along to that.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I had more to say about this, man. It was what we kind of expected. The Packers game was not what we expected, but this is what we got from the Browns. It's a good defense. It's a completely trash offense, and they got completely out-talented.
No, yeah, 100%. And back to the Ben Johnson thing. Ben Johnson's going to help this team, but also the Lions have so much talent on that field. You simply can't cover everything. I mean, we shut down Jamison Williams. Amon-Ra still played very well. Gibbs still played very well. We shut down Monty, but Gibbs still decides to go off. Like, that team just has so much talent at every single position. It's very difficult to slow them down. And when you're keeping the defense out there because we cannot put together an offensive drive for, more than 5 minutes? I mean, we get burnt out. And then again, you send... It didn't happen, but you sent Jameson, you sent Amon-Ra, you got Laporta still, you got Gibbs, you got Monty, you've got so many different ones. You got who?
Penny Sewell.
I heard Penix, and I'm like, yeah, I can't address that one.
Taylor Decker running routes. You've got half their offensive line catching balls, too.
It's ridiculous, yeah. But, I don't know.
You guys both...
But disappointing.
Yeah. And you guys both hit it. The offense was the major problem, and had that been even marginally better, I still don't know if the Browns win this game, but they certainly don't get blown out the way that they do, because they hung tougher than the score looks, to be fully honest with you. I mean, they were still in it early in the third quarter, and then the wheels really started to fall off, and a big reason of that was Joe Flacco, who, even in the win against the Packers, has not really looked good this year. I think the Bengals game might have been his best showing. Which still wasn't phenomenal, but it's no longer like, it's obvious that he's old.
He's
like
40.
The strength isn't there anymore. The mobility is not there. And the big news coming out of this game ultimately was Kevin Stefanski saw the same thing. We knew it was going to happen eventually. I am kind of glad that it was at least after the Lions, but Dillon Gabriel now named the starting quarterback.
Yeah.
Not surprising that it's not Shador. Gabriel's the one who's been coming in cleanup duty a couple times this season, including during the Lions game, to get a couple reps. He's been listed as the quarterback too the entire time. Joe Flacco is reported to be serving as his backup, which means Shador still sits at the third spot. again, I feel like at least me and Patrick were pretty squarely in the we think Shador is better than Dillon Gabriel camp, but regardless of where you sit on that, a change needed to be made, and I think either of them are going to give you more of a spark than what Flacco was putting out these last few weeks.
Yeah, we wanted Flacco to come back to Cleveland and be that same gunslinger that he was 2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah.
But the difference with that was you brought him in with absolutely no expectations and just kind of said, "Yep, go crazy, man. Like
Throw
go
the
have
ball."
fun. Just throw the ball." Like
He
whatever.
also had a running game and a good offensive line.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So
In
this year,
his
that
defense,
offensive line,
The running game has done pretty well without an offensive line since
Which
Judkins
fair,
came back.
but it's still not what it was when
No.
Flacco was here on
Well,
his
no
run,
shit.
when we had when Jerome Ford was basically a third stringer and not getting significant touches. Yeah, so a different thing, and I think the age is the bigger factor there. We're just not seeing him able to sling it like he was in those years. Still the same offense and everything, and I think that's why people were offensive scheme rather, which is why I think people were excited to see Flacco come back. Because it seemed like Stefanski really unlocked something with him, but Mother Nature catches up with everybody. Father Time,
Lock that shit back up.
yeah, it's arrived, but it's Dillon Gabriel time. And again, regardless of your opinion on who should be starting, we're going to figure out in these next few weeks what we actually have, which is a good thing because and I know on a college level the quarterbacks have not been what we expected them to be this year, but there's going to be a lot of names available in that next draft. So we got to at least start getting eyes on these guys. Like, is somebody worth taking 2-3 years to figure out? Do we have two dumpster fires? Like, we got to figure it out.
That's what happens with Shadur. I hope since he's not starting, he's the guy. He's our project guy. Where it's, hey man, let's make you more of a professional.
I'll say that conference
figure
that he
this out.
gave today was, I'm going to say childish at best, but it was still pretty funny.
It's
Like,
hilarious.
I
what it
appreciate
is.
the fact that they're like, hey, what do you think about all this?
Yeah, he just mimed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if anyone missed it during a press conference today, Shador Sanders supposedly upon being told he was going to be the third stringer,
Yep. The emergency starter again.
just completely mimed his answers and didn't say anything out loud. It then came out later, a team official told Adam Schefter that was in response to Rex Ryan criticizing him earlier. Regardless, weird fucking move, dude.
I love it. I live for it, dude.
If that is going to be his, like outspoken, like, oh, what the hell's wrong with this kid? If that's all it's going to be, like, awesome. Like, he's not going to the media talking shit. He's not, like, standing on the sideline, not doing anything. If his response to this situation is just to be quiet about it, makes a few jokes, and still go work hard, I'll take it.
I honestly hope that's what he does just every time something goes bad. Like, they lose a game.
Yeah,
like,
goes up to
throws
a
a bad pick. Just
the
answers, just doesn't say anything.
Yeah,
The real
so
answer is why is he getting
focused
any
on the
press
Bengals
time?
this week.
He's a third string
Because it's Shador
quarterback.
Sanders. You know that.
Yeah, he's a third string quarterback, though. Why are we even entertaining it? That's the real problem here. Make fun of the media. Shadur's hilarious.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see how it goes. It's not
It can't be
optimal.
much worse.
That's true. I would say the conditions for Gabriel in his first start are suboptimal. In London and against Brian Flores.
Yeah.
Given that team looks a little bit broken right now, even with Carson Wentz, which we'll hit on. Still, I don't love it, but I mean, who do we have after that? The Steelers, I think. So it's not like it's going to get significantly easier at any point. The schedule fucking blows. And
To be
we'll
fair,
see
the
what you
Steelers
got, man.
haven't looked great, so
That's true. The Steelers' defense is not really. That's the frustrating thing. The Browns far and away have the best defense in this division, and not even remotely close.
it's borderline in the entire league.
Yeah, it's hard to make that justification because the offense now has led them to have like a 34-point game, and what was it, 40 something against the Ravens?
I believe.
Yeah, 41.
Yeah, so that's a little bit tough, but we all get to wake up at 9:00 in the morning on a Saturday and watch Dillon Gabriel.
We
One,
get the sadness out of the way
Iowa.
early,
Two,
so
It's a
not that
Saturday,
bad.
so you might or Sunday, you might just sleep in and miss the game.
Oh, that's true. No, we're setting our alarms for this, Mike. Are you not?
No.
Kegs and eggs, brother.
I don't know what you're talking
We're a
about. I don't
football
need-
podcast.
I don't need an alarm. I'm gonna be
was
woken
gonna
up
say, yeah.
rudely at 6:30 in the morning.
He wants to watch the Browns.
He doesn't. He slept through last week's game.
Is he my fiance?
Well, the last week. Whoa. No, she sleeps through everything, man. Okay, so we're out golfing. First, his fiance's a teacher, so I get it. So the schedule allows for this. But we're out golfing. It's like 6:45 p.m. and he's hitting his shot, and I see his phone go off. And I was like, "Oh, your fiance's calling you." And he's like, "Oh yeah, she probably just woke up."
6:45 in the afternoon. Well, she just went on a
Must be
camping
fucking
trip.
nice.
Well, she just went on a
Oh.
camping trip with all the students and everything. There were a few more teachers and some adults as well. And she, took off Monday morning at like 7 in the morning. Nothing crazy, but 7 in the morning they drive out to the campsite. And, I mean, if you remember camping as a kid, it's nonstop, dusk till dawn. Like, you're doing stuff. They do not slow down. They have some sort of activity. And she's a chronic napper. She gets home from work and wants to take a nap. That's just what she is. She's on the cycle. So, anyways, so she goes Monday without a nap, Tuesday without a nap, comes home Wednesday, and she just
Takes
walked
the
in and
fattest nap ever.
crashed. Yeah, she just hit she got home, showered in an actual shower, not just with cold well water and like the creepy ass cement buildings. Took a shower and immediately collapsed. I'm like, yeah, I get that. I would do the same thing. So yeah, she
Night,
called me
night.
at 45. He goes, hey. I didn't even answer. I'm like, yeah, she probably just woke up. Let me hit the shot, go back and text her. I'm like, hey, I'm golfing. I'll call you later. It's boy time.
Daddy's busy.
Papa's busy. Papa's busy slapping a 4-iron further than Brandon can hit a driver.
Listen, and we scored the same, did we not?
We sure did. If I could trade dollar for accuracy, I sure as hell would.
And I would do the same, and we'd both be in the same boat. Anyway, folks, this episode is brought to you by Jim McConville of Helene Kia. For over 2 decades, salesman Jim McConville of Helene Kia in North Olmsted on Lorraine Road has been your trusted source for all new and used vehicles. Knowledge of the car buying industry and experience you can trust, McConville makes sure the customer is satisfied, safe, and drives away in a car they can afford and enjoy. Visit them today at, you ready, Mike?
2.
7
I only have one hand.
9. Oh, good point.
Still
3.
one hand.
I
3.
don't want to know. 27932 Lorraine Road in North Olmsted. Thank you, Jim.
I can't sign Lorraine, but thanks, Jim. Jimmy! Thanks, Jim.
We'll work on it, Mike. Good Christ. All right, let's throw it around the league, guys. Thursday night, no one was particularly excited about this game, and it was played, and there was a winner, unlike some of our games this week. Seahawks 23, Cardinals 20.
Yeah, that was
It was a
wild
game.
I thought the Seahawks would blow the doors off the Cardinals. Don't know why, but James Conner going down.
They were for about 43 minutes, to be fair.
And then Kyler Murray, I guess, remembered how to throw the ball, and that was pretty neat. I'm like, oh shit, this is. I did the thing where I'm sitting back. I'm like, this is boring. Then Kyler throws a touchdown. I'm like, okay, I'm sitting up now. Okay, you have my attention. This is fun.
I left D&D this week with Kyler having scored 1.5 points. I got home, he had 18.6 points.
Yeah, he turned it on.
I missed it. Like, I was like, oh, cool, it's going to be, 20 to, what was it, 6 at the time. I was like, all right, Seahawks won this one. I get home, and the end score is 23-20. Like, what
And
the
that's how
hell
the
just happened?
entire game felt. And by the way, the tortilla uniforms.
That was the best part of the game.
Holy crap, we got to
tortilla
talk about the
uniform.
tortillas.
Those helmets
The
are
helmets were
best.
sick.
Helmets were sick, dude.
The helmets were really cool.
That was the best part of the game.
You already
were
look
the
dirty.
uniforms.
You look like somebody just drove over, like, you were side of the street, somebody drove over a puddle and just splashed you with dirt. It was awful. It was so dumb.
I mean, that's what most of what the state of Arizona looks like, to be fair, having lived there. So it is geographically accurate. My only 2 takeaways other than that from this game, Marv, I know we got a touchdown at the end, man, but that dude's broken. Another pass just deflected off of his hands that was picked off. Dude's got the yips like anything I've never seen before. And this feels different than like what BTJ is going through because he's out there fighting every play, but like he's making mental errors. He's running the wrong routes at points. They were pointing out on the broadcast. Like, I don't know what's going on with this dude. Maybe it's because he plays for the Cardinals and Kyler is his quarterback. Like, I don't fucking know. But it's a problem. And, like, honestly, like, I'm not trying to put all of this on Kyler, but the body language between those two is also very weird. They weren't talking at all on the sidelines. Kyler was doing nothing that a franchise quarterback will generally do with his team. He just went and sat on his tablet, watched Call of Duty highlights, and just let the game fucking go on. And like y'all said, didn't start playing quarterback till the last 3 minutes of the game.
Yeah,
it was bizarre.
He took hero ball to a whole new level.
Yeah, but he did it to himself. Is the problem? He shouldn't have had to. And then the only other point I have, the referee that stared down JSN.
Oh my god,
that's
for yelling at him. Hilarious clip if you haven't seen it yet. Basically, JSN starts yelling at him while he's giving his call, and he just gives him that look that you give your child when they start getting a little bit too snippy with you.
Like eyes follow.
Yes. Funny enough, though, not the first time that ref has had an issue with the Seahawks.
You're gonna bring it up,
Mike? Yeah. Is that where you were?
Yeah, that's exactly where I wanted to go.
Go ahead, dude.
Oh, that's the same ref that said, "Quiet down, I'm speaking to America."
Yeah, when Gino was yelling at him last year.
Yeah. That dude, I want him to referee every single game. I can't remember if he threw too many flags, not enough flags, I don't know. But just for the sass, bring him on all the time. That guy's hilarious.
I support it. I don't have it in my notes that there was an excessive amount of flags, so I think he did a good job.
Yeah, I'm sure he did.
You guys don't look at the after reports for the referees in the NFL?
I'm sure he threw the
Only
right
if
amount of
there's
flags for both teams to have fun.
Oh, you there, Patrick?
I think we're having audio issues with Patrick over there, so obviously the whole thing's going to collapse.
Who? Shout out to Riverside.
Yeah,
on the pod. Defend yourselves. Please. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I think he's back. All right, well, let's just toss it to Patrick. Go to the next game in London. Oh, no, sorry, not London. Dublin, Ireland. Vikings 21. Steelers 24.
This was another game where one of the teams just decided, like, oh, we're not going to show up for the first 30 minutes. We'll try and claw our way back and win it in the end. Same issue, didn't happen. Doesn't help that they have Carson Wentz as a quarterback who, yes, is better than J.J. McCarthy, but he's still Carson Wentz. Like, he still does not look good. The fact that the Vikings defense gave up 24 to the Steelers is crazy. Without Jalen Warren, like DK ran all over him. It was bad all around for the Vikings.
The disrespect to Kenneth Gainwell not even getting a mention is fucking absurd. That guy is a Dublin god.
Noted.
He played well. I'm not taking anything away from him, but
he had 99 he had 99 yards and 2 touchdowns. Like back up
couldn't
to
get to 100 yards.
Just not existing. Jalen Warren is suddenly out for whatever reason. Still don't know what the Jalen Warren issue is there.
That's a very last second call.
Very last second, and Kenneth Gainwell steps in and just takes off. Like, Jalen Warren might have lost his job because of how good Kenneth Gainwell played. Like, that was nuts to watch.
Yeah, I don't know if Jalen Warren lost his job, but Caleb Johnson sure as fuck did.
Oh, yeah.
He continues to be awful.
Man.
But Vikings, I'm indifferent about Carson Wentz. KOC is the new quarterback whisperer. He can figure it out with absolutely anybody, except for JJ, because JJ's not a quarterback. Watching Carson Wentz out there, held onto the ball quite a few too many times too long, which was really frustrating.
You can't do with that line right now, yeah.
Took some sacks, and that's exactly where I'm going. That offensive line is tissue paper right now. Like, he still threw for over 300 yards. He still had 2 touchdowns. Granted,
which shocked me, by the way.
He had
I did not realize he threw for that many. Yeah.
No, because why would you think that? It's like 21 to 24. Carson Wentz is playing bad. He's getting sacked over and over again. Then you go, holy crap, that's a lot of yards. Who the fuck is playing quarterback back there? That's him? I gotta say, I'm impressed with him. I still wish the Vikes hung on to Sam Darnold, GE Cubis, but Carson Wentz didn't play as bad as I thought. Not great, but didn't play as bad as I thought.
It was a Carson Wentz game. He wasn't as good as he was against the Bengals, which the Bengals defense is awful. So that shouldn't be particularly surprising. You know what you're going to get with Carson Wentz. I feel like we're going to get a couple more weeks of him before they try to throw JJ back out there and just see what happens. Steelers overall look good. Defense played much better again against a really bad defensive line. We've seen this before. The Falcons defense also looked incredible against that offensive line, and not so much in the following weeks. So take that for what you will. I do think on the offensive side, it's still concerning that Rodgers can't really push the ball anymore. Which works for Tomlin's system. It's fine, but he still can't get anything more than 20 yards down the field.
But is that? I can't remember his passes. Is that a Rodgers thing, or Tomlin just doesn't let him uncork it?
Probably little column A, little column B.
Yeah, he's definitely lost a step. Because he is still attempting, and he's not hitting those throws is the problem. His accuracy has plummeted on any throws that are kind of further down the field. But anything else from this game, guys, before we move into the American slate?
No, let's go back to America.
All right. America. In the NFL makes no sense week to week game of the week. Commanders 27, Falcons 34. Before I get into my birds, I think we were reminded that Marcus Mariota is a great backup, but he is still a backup. So not particularly surprising that he wasn't stellar there. Commanders defense is not good. But that said, they're not the worst in the league, and
I feel like they're better than the Panthers defense.
Which is, again, nothing makes fucking sense. Michael Penix suddenly looked great again.
Yeah.
Not a world beater by any means, but very, very good for being this early in his career.
8th overall pick.
Right. So a lot more on schedule there. So happy with that. Commanders, I don't know if you can take a ton away from this game. The offensive pieces that did play honestly still looked pretty good. Debo has looked very, very good this year, but you're down your starting quarterback and your wide receiver one. You really shouldn't be expected to win this game. 27-34 is not as close as it really, or sorry, it was further away than that. The Commander scored late. So I don't think you have a ton of takeaways for Washington, but I am happy as a Falcons fan that Penix suddenly looks usable again. I have no fucking idea what happened against Carolina.
It looks like he was supposed to last year, or how he ended last year. Good. Looked very good. Are we going to... You might have some insight on this as a Falcons fan over there, Brandon. What's his name? Bijan had 17 carries. Tyler Alligator had 16 carries. Are we doing the split backfield thing? Because I don't think that's necessary. I don't understand it, if I'm being
Go ahead, Pat. Oh, Pat.
I was going to say, Tyler Algier is not even in the same stratosphere as David Montgomery as a backup. He should not be vulturing half of the carries. Maybe a third or quarter, but...
Schematically, I understand having the two backs because Algier is much more of a bruiser, where Bijan is a get out in space kind of guy. So you need someone like that to spell occasionally. I don't understand the philosophy of almost splitting their carries dead even, because Bijan, it's not even close. Like you said, he is significantly more talented, and it would be different if he was like exclusively a very good like out of the backfield receiver, even like an Alvin Kamara, when it was Kamara and was it Ingram that he was kind of paired up with?
Yeah.
Where especially early in his career, Kamara was pretty much a catch out of the backfield merchant. And then Ingram was the bruiser. Bijan can do both, and he does both very well. Trust me, it's another iteration of the Falcons just for some reason feeling like they need to spread the ball around. This has gone through multiple coaching schemes too.
Yeah.
Where we have stud players and we feel like we can't go to them too much because people might start to figure that out. I guess I don't get it.
Like, yeah, if they figure out the one person, it's like, now we have Bijan, or now we have Algier. If we really need to spice things up a bit, we can. It shouldn't be a every week type of thing.
Your stars are stars for a reason.
Yeah, get them the ball in space.
It's a very strange decision that I think a lot of people, Gibbs and Monty, do not split those carries like that. I mean, even if the game plan calls for, hey, we want Monty to bruise, he's still getting, a third of the touches Gibbs does? He might vulture a
Unless
touchdown.
he's just, got the absolute scorching hot hand.
Yeah, unless he's got that. What was it? Was that week 2?
I think it was last week.
Was that week 2 when he put up 120 yards or something crazy like that, where it's like, feed Monty. But
Yep.
that's
He's
that's
averaging 12 yards a carry. Give him the ball.
that's
Yeah,
the
it's very
anomaly.
different.
Yeah, that's the
That's
anomaly.
very different. The Falcons do not have anything like that. Imagine that philosophy for like quarterback, right? Like you're the Ravens. Like, yeah, we have Lamar Jackson, but like we should really get like Trace McSorley some touches because he can do some different things than Lamar, and we really want to throw everybody off. Like,
It's nonsense. It's
I don't
silly.
get it. But yeah, that's my takeaways. I still don't really know what the fuck to make of the Falcons because they still got blown out by the Panthers the week before.
They're
So,
really good at getting in their
uh,
own way.
Speaking of things that don't make sense, Patrick, we'll go to you. Chargers 18, Giants 21. Jackson Dart wins his debut.
Yeah, and this is without Malik Neighbors as well for half of the game.
Right.
It truly
You
zero
got the win,
sense.
but at what cost?
Yeah, I mean they know that Scadaboo's a absolute stud. The blue
Like
Crayon
literally,
merchant.
like physically, he is a stud.
Yeah,
Like that you put in a wall.
I say the Crayola merchant, as Mike put it. Sitting on the sideline munching down crayons. I don't
I
know
love him.
if you didn't see the post game snippet of him and Jackson Dart, and him just looking like the epitome of the frat guy douchebag. It was awesome. It was so dumb. I would probably hate him in real life, but it was so funny to watch.
Great. It's great, man. Gadaboo is really fun to watch, but that guy's going to be out of the league in like 3 years, right?
Oh, for sure.
That dude just bulldozes everybody. There's no way you can keep that up. And again, it is so much fun to watch, but there's no way a body can handle that because it's not like he's ever done anything different in his entire career. That's all he's ever done.
I say the only difference was he was playing against what was Arizona. Were they still technically Pac-12 last year?
When he started, they were at least. No, they were
Are they Big 12 now?
Big 12, I think. Yeah.
So the only difference was he was playing Pac-12 and Big 12 defenses, which
He was also at Arizona State, though, so probably a couple off-field concussions as well. You got to factor in
one or
that.
two. And he rested him with just a shit ton of alcohol.
There's one reason and one reason alone why the Giants won this game, and it's Jackson Dart. And the biggest reason is he played mental games before this game. He got inside of Herbie's head. Did you see? Have you seen this? Have you heard about this? Did you see the Instagram post? Did you see the Instagram post of Madison Beer that he put up?
No.
Fucking hysterical. He put up Madison Beer and it's just like her looking back at the camera with like big old smile and everything like that. Posted that, took it down. Took it down right away. Also had an interview. Who's your favorite celebrity? It's like,
Wasn't it Celebrity Crush?
Celebrity Crush. Yeah, Celebrity Crush. It's like, I don't know, probably Madison Beer. And then he goes into Herbie's house and goes, I just impressed your girlfriends. Eat dicks. He's fucking
What is
awesome,
it with
man.
Ole Miss quarterbacks and shooting their shot with, big famous people? What was it, Chad Kelly or something,
That sounds
calling out
right.
Katy Perry on College Game Day a few years back?
Shoot,
Chad
man.
Kelly was the ultimate tool, man.
Well, yeah, he made Jackson Dart look okay.
Speaking of Dart, so between that and then there was also a story that came out. Like, if he would have played poorly in this game, I think the narrative on him would have flipped very quick and people would have hated him. So he did all the shit with the Madison Beer with jabs and whatnot, but then apparently Eli Manning was interviewed on Pardon My Take and was talking about, or not Pardon My Take, I forget where it was. It might have been the Manning cast. But he was talking about how when Jackson Dart was named the starter, he texted him. He's like, "Hey, congrats, man. Like, if you need anything at all or need advice, whatever, you let me know." Which, say what you want about Eli Manning, he's a probably Hall of Fame, at least 2-time Super Bowl winning quarterback for your franchise. That's a big fucking deal. He shoots back and it's like, "Yeah, can you give me reservations at like this steakhouse downtown?"
He fucking rules. He's such
Like,
a tool.
Are you fucking serious?
He's such an ass.
And then he goes out and beats the Chargers. And just to bring it, I mean, as great as this was for the Giants, this is the best they've looked all year. Joe Alt going down early in the game was a very big deal. That's now both starting tackles out for the Chargers. For a team that traditionally liked running the ball a lot, that's obviously hurt. Herbert did not have a ton of time to like really set and throw deep like he's been wanting to do. Quentin Johnson still had a pretty good game.
I said
So that's continued.
it did not affect their running game at all. Hampton, granted, he didn't have many carries, but he ran all over that defense.
Which is another.
I'm shocked they didn't give it to him more. He was
Right.
dominating.
They were down most of the game, which is part of the problem.
Still, if you're averaging a first down a run, give them the damn ball.
Dude, they
I
can't
agree with
stop
you.
you. Run the ball. You're down.
Yeah.
What was it? Maybe 2 scores at the most. It's not like you're in a hole and need to score 21 points. The total that the Giants scored is 21. You guys were never that far behind.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a tough look. But Chargers, we'll see if they bounce back. I still think they're a very good team. Hopefully, like, high ankle sprain is something that can definitely linger. Malik Neighbors, that sucks. He's done for the year.
He's dead.
So that doesn't help Jackson Dart by any means. Do they have Wandale still?
Yeah, they still
have
are.
Wandale, Darius
Robinson.
Slayton.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, and that was the last point I was going to make. With how good they were running the ball and how good the pass rush was for the Giants today. Like Abdul Carter, Dexter Lawrence, like they were causing havoc. So to be able to control the game a little bit more and keep the ball on the ground would have made sense. And felt like Harbaugh just kind of got in his own head.
That defensive line is so good.
Yeah.
I just want to shoot this out here. They had 3 possessions in the fourth quarter when they were only down by 3 points. First possession, Maureen Hampton, 7-yard rush, incomplete pass. Oh, sorry, no, that's the second one. First possession, incomplete pass, incomplete pass, incomplete pass, punt. Omarion Hampton, 7-yard rush, incomplete pass. Omarion Hampton, 29-yard run, incomplete pass, incomplete pass. Omarion Hampton, 1-yard run, incomplete pass, sacked, punt. Incomplete pass, incomplete pass.
Run the ball.
3
You
rushes
had so
for
much
37 yards in the fourth quarter. Other than that, Herbert didn't throw a fucking completion.
You had a lot of success running the ball. Why you stop, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, again, we'll see. I still don't think the Giants are going to be a great team, but Jackson Dart definitely gives them some life. Next game up, so Mike did the rundown for us this week that we kind of go off of, and told me before the game that he had nothing to say about this game, and put in the notes, I have nothing to say about this game, and then put himself first to talk about this game. The Titans 0, Texans 26. Mike, take it away.
I have nothing to say about this game.
All right, thank you, Patrick.
Got to commit to the bit.
I also don't really have anything to say about this game except Stroud looked serviceable.
Yeah, Stroud, that's all. Stroud looked better. Titans defense is really bad. Callahan's team is very undisciplined.
Maybe Woody Mark.
Yeah, we're getting to the point where Cam Ward feels like he's getting ruined a little bit. So solid effort for the Texans. They won a division game, and I feel bad for Cam Ward.
Yeah, if we really want to talk about it, the Texans took advantage of a bad team. That's all it is.
Yeah.
There's nothing deeper there.
With a win.
And
yeah,
even though, like, stat-wise, Stroud was better, and ultimately it was his best game of the year, he is still not able to push the ball, and a lot of that is the offensive line and having to get it out quick, but he's also panicking on some of his progressions, which is very concerning. They don't have particularly good cornerbacks in Tennessee, and still lots of checkdowns, lots of short routes.
Have a good defensive line, really, either.
No.
Do they still have Jeffrey Simmons, or is he gone?
I think he's there.
Okay, so yeah, outside of him, I don't think they really have anyone else on that line.
Yeah, so this is a game where I think we need... Titans, we know what they are. Texans, I don't think we're ready to say they're turning around until they do this against a better team.
No.
All right. Sorry, do you have something else?
No, I got nothing.
All right. Perfect. Eagles 31, Bucks 25. Slightly more exciting game. Baker almost does it again. Patrick.
I'll say, Brandon, you finally got your wish. They couldn't continue to get away with it.
They did not get away with this. It only took like 3 blocked field goals. Fucking defensive, or I think a block punt for a touchdown. Like, this game was insane
Yeah,
from the Eagles. It should not have been as close as it was, but again, Baker damn near finds a way again. But
yeah. I say the passing issues are still there for the Eagles. I know, Jalen didn't have to do it, but it still would have been nice to see him do it. Um, but outside of that one pick, Baker, from the stuff that I saw, he looked very comfortable in the pocket.
Mhm.
And once Godwin is back to full health and they bring Mike Evans back, that is going to be the most terrifying receiving core in the NFL. Because Igbuka, we've said over and over and over, is a stud. Bucky Irving is a great receiving back. It's going to be terrifying to try and stop that team come week 9 or week 10.
And we're not talking about the fact that our offensive line has also been decimated. Um, I think they were still down a lot of their starters, and we've talked about that as a major issue for a lot of teams. And the Bucks seem to be the one team it is not affecting, at least from a passing standpoint. Running the ball, they haven't looked particularly great, but they haven't needed to because this wide receiver core is nuts, and people kind of questioned it. They didn't question it too much because Ibuka was an amazing talent, but like wide receiver didn't really look like a position of need in the draft at the time, and they still went and did it, and boy, is it paying dividends right now.
Yeah, they took the Bengals like draft.
See, but they had an offensive line already before
Yeah,
they went and did that.
that
That's the
that's
difference.
fair enough.
And the Bengals still don't have one. Um, and the Eagles are fucking good. I mean, they're like we said, they feel like the Chiefs of past, where they're rarely going to blow out teams unless they're very, very bad, but they're always going to win fairly comfortably. And against one of the best teams in the NFC of the Bucks, this didn't really feel like it was in danger until the very, very end.
Wasn't this the game where Jalen Hurts didn't have a single completion in the second half?
I believe so, yeah. I think it was the first time ever a quarterback had like over 5 attempts and no completions in the second half and still won the game or something insane.
Yeah, I think that's a little worrying.
0 for
I,
8 in
I,
the second half. That was it.
yeah, I think that's worth addressing. I don't know. The Eagles are lucky enough to be such a good team on both sides of the ball where they won't have to play from behind. But I worry about that team playing from behind when they have to play a legit team, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like
that's
playoff
fair. I
time
think the
comes around
defense
to get the
can.
Buccaneers. Buccaneers come out strong. They're up 2 scores on you. It's up 10-0. You have to throw the ball. Captain Cardio just runs now. Can't get the ball to AJ Brown. Uh, Devontae Smith, I don't know what's going on with the twig. You love checking it down to Dallas Goedert all the time. You're obsessed with it. It seems like all you can do. I mean, Jalen Hurts just continues to make the argument that I have of not being a top 10 quarterback. He's a glorified game manager with a stacked offense. I don't. This team is 4-0. They're very good. They're very good. But again, that passing, that worries me. Because Jalen Hurts just, I don't know.
That's fair, and I would be more concerned though if he didn't just show that he could do it against the Rams, who are also probably a much better defense than the Bucks are. So if it continues to be a pattern, sure. Hi Goose, my incredibly fat cat decided to make an appearance.
Why don't you give him a push before we have to stare in his asshole?
yeah.
Yeah,
I don't need
let's,
to see a chocolate starfish.
That'll get
today.
flagged by YouTube.
I'm calling that.
All right, now you are blocking the rundown, Goose. Thank you. You're gonna make a run at Fat Bear Week next week.
It's
or next
okay.
year.
It's the Panthers Patriots. So
All right, so yeah, Panthers Patriots.
Panthers Patriots.
Panthers 13, Patriots 42. Come on, buddy. I got to lead this one. Thank you. Not a lot to say about this one other than doesn't make sense because the Panthers just blew out the Falcons 30-0 and then looked completely lost against a not that great Patriots team.
we got to see Andy Dalton.
That was pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, he made a return. I thought he was dead.
Right?
Thought
No.
the skin cancer.
There's just a
finally
car.
got
The
him.
car crash did not kill him, Patrick. Don't worry.
I was thinking about the
Still here.
skin cancer
No. No.
because he's a ginger.
Because he's ginger.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah,
He
I'm
should have
taking
been
this
playing in
serious.
Yeah, there's not much to say. The Patriots still have plenty of things to worry about. Drake May's not one of them. I think he's looked better pretty much every week that he's played. Again, not a great defense in the Panthers. Bryce Young, I don't think survives this season.
Unless he
He hasn't
turns
really
it
shown me
on
much.
like he did last year. He needs to turn it on now and play the rest of the season like the second half of last year, but I'm right there with you. If he can't even be a serviceable quarterback, he's gone.
Yeah, I think he starts the rest of the year because they know what they have in Andy Dalton behind him, but I'd be very surprised if he was a starter next year. Anything else from this one, y'all?
And I got nothing.
I'm sure we were all glued to our TVs for
Antonio
Patriots
Gibson
Panthers.
continues scoring touchdowns. Which
That's true. Second, was it punt returns both times?
no, this time was a rushing touchdown.
Oh, he had a rushing touch. He also had like a kick return in this one, though, too, didn't he?
If he did, I'm
It
unaware.
might not have been.
I thought he
I could be wrong.
returned a kick, but I don't think he took it
Oh.
to the house.
No, there was a punt return. It was not him though. It was Marcus
okay.
Jones.
So the Patriots may just be special teams merchants.
Always
We'll find
have
out.
been.
We will
That's
find
very
out.
true.
All right, let's go to a game that we thought would have been worse. I guess was slightly better for most of the game. Saints 19, Bills 31. Closer than it should have been, and closer than even that score indicates. It took the Bills about 3.5 quarters to really start.
I'll say this Bills defense is not good.
No. But that seems to be the theme with a lot of these really good AFC teams, which is
Yeah,
bizarre
but
this year.
like they gave I don't remember what it was last week, but giving up 19 points to the Saints is bad. They gave up 21 to the Dolphins, gave up 40 to the Ravens. Like they're not a great defensive team, and if they can't figure it out, I don't see them making it past the first round of the playoffs. Because that's when it gets real nitty-gritty.
I get it, but again, it seems like almost every other AFC team is dealing with this same thing right now. Other than like the Chiefs, it's kind of flipped where their offense has been stagnant, their defense is good. Chargers were, at least before this week, seemed very much balanced, but they got to survive their own injuries.
Yeah, I mean, 21.
But yeah, you're right. They have not looked good, and Saints hung on to this way longer than they should have.
Yeah, so they were in the game down by what? Like 6 points leading into the fourth quarter?
5
points. Sorry, yeah. I can't do math. Me dumb.
I mean, I'll say, like Spencer Rattler looks serviceable. He could maybe win a couple games if he was on a team with some talent.
Yeah,
that said, I think he's now
tomorrow.
lost his. Yeah, I think he's now lost his 10th or 11th straight game.
Jesus.
I mean,
Yeah, he's getting into Sean Kaiser territory, but he's not as bad as Kaiser.
no, this is not his fault.
No, I mean it wasn't Kaiser's either.
I'll rip on the Rat Man, but I would take him on the Browns. You know, I mean that says more about the Browns, but I would
He
take
looked
him.
much better than Joe Flacco.
Yeah,
He
I'll
would
give
look
you
better
that.
than Flacco. I mean, hell, we almost gave Kenny Pickett a chance. Rattler can't be much worse.
Good point.
He's got bigger
He
hands
could
for
be, not
sure.
much.
Two other quick things from this one. One, Alvin Kamara I think is going to be a trade candidate, especially considering he's an older running back. Get something for him while you can. I think, fortunately, Chiefs would make a lot of sense. They've been apparently sniffing around him and Brees Hall. If the Jets decide to completely blow it up,
If they get Brees Hall, that's going to be bad.
Brees Hall.
I don't
Oh
want
my God.
either of them on that team.
I want Brees Hall anywhere but the Jets because I know he's better than what the Jets give him credit for.
Yeah,
But
we
we'll
just
get
got to
to that.
unlock it.
Yeah, give him the
Got to
ball in
unlock
space.
it. And then the Saints, again, could have been even closer here, but when they were down in the red zone, they ran a bizarre fake play where Chris Olave was throwing the ball.
Yeah.
And I guess that's one way to keep him from getting concussed is to have him throw it instead of
Yeah,
catch it.
just throw an interception, though. I'd rather have him concussed.
Now, Mike, you've told us about
Roughing the passer.
you've told us about this bizarre league that you have where quarterbacks, if they get a tackle, they get 100 points.
Yeah.
Would that have applied if Chris Olave tackled the man who intercepted him?
I think it would because he's playing quarterback technically.
That would be a quarterback stat. He would go in the stat
Quarterback
column
stat.
as a
Yeah,
quarterback.
because
Interesting.
he's 0 for 1 that game on passing attempts. So yeah. That's a stat. 100%.
All right.
100%. Just unlocked a cheat code. Start drafting players that have trick plays on their team.
Derrick Henry, Odell Beckham, or no, Jarvis Landry. That was the one that
Jarvis, yeah.
would always pull that for the Browns. All right, we're going down a weird rabbit hole for a not that interesting game.
Pivot.
Um,
Next game.
Jaguars 26, 49ers 21. God, I never thought I'd say it. I almost feel bad for the 49ers.
Dude,
That team is
Almost.
cursed. Legitimately cursed. Everybody's dropping like flies on that team. It's
I don't know
unbelievable.
who made the deal with the devil and when, but this has been going on for years.
They didn't read the fine print because they still haven't won a Super Bowl.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. It's right when they got Jimmy Garoppolo, but they just couldn't finish. When they made it to the Super Bowl, like, what, 3 times? Like, what was it, back
twice,
to
I
back?
think.
And then didn't they make it another time?
I don't
think
think
it was like
back
twice in
the-
3 years now.
The year after they first made it was the Bucks when they just dismantled the Chiefs.
Yeah, and then it was Rams and Bengals, and then I think the Niners went back against the Chiefs.
That's what it was, okay. Yeah. That was their deal with the devil, though. And because of that, somehow McCaffrey's the only healthy one on that team. Like, what?
That was the deal. Like, hey man, we need McCaffrey. We'll give you whatever you fucking want, but we
Yeah.
need McCaffrey healthy. And all right, we'll take Brock Purdy, George Kittle, Nick Bosa, Jawan Jennings, Ricky Pearsall. I get Brandon Ayuk is still hurt.
Yeah.
Also, we're gonna trade away Debo.
Just everybody's dead. You can keep Fred Warner though. For now, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll come for him. We'll come for him when we're ready.
He's the Christian
he
McCaffrey of your
last year,
defense.
didn't
You
he?
can have 2.
But no, apparently God does like Jags. Trevor Lawrence is still really bad at football though. Brian Thomas just there's still something funky with that going on. ETN is legit as hell. I don't know how he fell so far back in like fantasy football drafts, how everybody gave up on him.
Because he wasn't being utilized.
Yeah.
He's tearing it up. Yeah. It's unreal watching him run. He does it so well. Travis Hunter, apparently something came out where he got benched on defense. That was kind of weird. I thought he was doing well on defense, and they decided to say, hey,
Seemed like it.
we're sitting you down. We're getting tired of this. I don't know if they're going to try to pivot him more to being a receiver only. Personally, if I
mean,
were the coach, I'd make him play defense more.
Yeah.
It seemed like that was going to be the focus, but it is odd that they are now taking touches away from him on the defensive side because, like you said, it seemed like he had been decent. Obviously, we don't see literally everything, but
I mean, he's
yeah, so that's a little bit odd.
better corner than he is receiver. Like, a lot better.
He's
really good at corner. He's really
also
good.
the number 1 receiver right now, which
Yeah,
might be the bigger problem. He's probably their wide receiver 1 right now, the way BTJ's playing. Like, I think that might be the bigger issue where they need him on offense more.
Yeah.
So they're starting to shift him there because they really don't have much else outside of that. And this is 4 weeks now that BTJ just has not been able to figure his shit out.
Yeah, I think, you know how we were talking about Marvin and, oh, gross, how we were talking about Mazda Marv and Kyler. I think Trevor Lawrence, there's something very similar with that, and BTJ. There's just no chemistry there.
They need to bring back Mac Jones.
They got to, I mean, something clicked with Mac Jones, and there's absolutely no reason it shouldn't click with Trevor Lawrence, but it's not. T-Law is bad. he's a below average and getting worse as time goes on.
But he was a generational talent as early as 2018.
Forgot about that. I forgot about that. Did you know he never lost a game in high school?
Yeah, and he lost 2 games in college.
He's crazy, man.
Jeez. Jason Tatum's only 19.
He's so good. But what does this mean for LeBron's legacy?
I will say, though, for the Jags, offensively, I still have questions, especially with Trevor Lawrence, BTJ. Defensively, the first 3 games we mentioned, they had as many turnovers in those games as they had all of last season. They added 4 more
Dude, they're legit.
against the 49ers.
That defense
They
is
are
insane.
It's like,
So,
you know what it
3-1.
is? They're the Southern Browns, except they can move the ball on offense.
Yep.
Like,
And they can
defense
get
is legit.
takeaways.
What's that?
And they can get takeaways.
That's yeah. Yeah, we haven't had a whole lot of takeaways actually.
We've had
What do we have?
2, I believe.
I was gonna say 2, 3 maybe.
Yeah, say Denzel's pick and then Delpit's pick, I think, are the only
Delpit's.
2.
Did we get a fumble? Did Miles force a fumble when we were playing the Bengals?
Derrick Henry fumbled it, but they picked it up.
They recovered it, yeah.
That is what I'm thinking of. But
All
anyways,
right.
less Browns.
Moving.
It's not like we're from Cleveland.
Moving ahead, Colts 20, Rams 27. I wouldn't quite say this is Daniel Jones turning back into a pumpkin, but it was closer to old Daniel Jones than it was to new Daniel Jones.
He is.
This also wasn't completely his.
Down to Dan Dollars. He's regressed down to Dan Dollars. No longer Donald Dollars.
To dollars. You're slowly revoking your nickname privileges. 7-point game, though, against the Rams. Still not the worst showing. Again, the Rams are a very good team. Adonai Mitchell, though,
the Colts
a couple times.
The Colts should have won this game, and Adonai Mitchell needs an accountability buddy to watch on him.
Yes.
Because, by God, that guy's an ass clown.
That was awful.
I don't think in recent memory I've seen a game where one player has lost a game for a team, but this is definitely one of them, if I do remember another. You have an 80-yard touchdown and you drop the ball, which I'm so anybody's gonna say, I'm so tired of watching players do this. It doesn't look cool. It's just risky and stupid. That's all it is. Just carry the ball through the back of the end zone and drop it. That's all you have to do. Adonai Mitchell drops it, trips over himself, kicks it out of the back of the end zone. Could not have been worse.
So here's the thing. That play by itself was not the reason that they lost, because they actually forced a fumble on the very next play and got the ball back and got a field goal. But then, as if that wasn't enough, Jonathan Taylor breaks off a massive touchdown run.
It's like 60 yards.
Yeah, 60-yarder, and Adonai Mitchell holding call.
Yep.
Absolutely had no business holding. It was well past him. By the point that he engaged. Yeah, man. I liked Adonai. I still do. I don't think he's hopeless by any means, but my God, you legitimately 7 points was the difference here.
Yeah. That
the
touchdown.
The Colts could be undefeated with Daniel Jones at quarterback, which I got to imagine would have won you a shit ton of money had you bet on that at the beginning of the year. Yeah, man. And again, Rams, they are who we thought they were. They're another team. They're never going to blow anybody out. They're going to win and do just exactly what they need to do. It'll be boring at times. The defense is great. Matt Stafford can still sling it. They can beat in a couple different ways. And as long as they stay healthy, man, I think they're just going to keep churning.
Yeah, I think we might also need to be addressing that Puka Nacua is the sorry, let me back up. Puka Nacua is possibly the best receiver in the league right now. That guy catches everything and just racks up yards.
Dude,
you can't cover him. He finds a way to get the ball every single time. We really have to start having a conversation about that. He's up there. I would even say he's up there with Jefferson. He's up there with Jamar. He's up there with CD. Probably throw Amon-Ra up there too.
I'd put him above CD at this point.
Yeah, you put him above CD, really? Oh.
The only, and this is, I think Puka does deserve that top 5 recognition. He has always had a very, very, very good wide receiver too with him.
Yeah.
So again, we'll see. He had Cooper Kupp when Cooper Kupp was still good and not the skeleton that he is in Seattle.
We do have to say that if
Adams,
A.J. Brown ever got the ball thrown to him, he would be a top 5 wide receiver. He gets an honorable mention.
A.J. Brown is, I guess...
it's not his fault that Jalen Hurts is a fullback, okay?
On top of Puka always having a really good wide receiver too, he does have a potential Hall of Fame quarterback throwing him the ball, which has got to help a lot. A.J. Brown with that quarterback would be so cool. He'd be so much fun to watch.
I was just making that Christian McCaffrey joke.
Yeah. I'm aware. Which we will do our mid-season awards or bye week. Actually, the Browns may have a bye week after this week because it's their London game.
See,
maybe a little early for that.
Patrick, for that one, I respect it. But Malik Neighbors is honorable mention. Malik Neighbors.
If he had a working left knee, he would be a top 5 wide receiver.
Tyreek Hill, if he had a working left knee, honorable mention.
Bears 25, Raiders 24. Mike, Ashton Genty.
Ashton Genty,
He's in the
welcome to
league.
the squad. You played a team with a pretty bad line, pretty bad defense overall, and my God, did you expose them?
Yeah.
That guy was unbelievable. Like, we saw a glimpse of what that guy is going to be if he can get past the line of scrimmage when handed the ball. The second he gets speed, he's so hard to
He
bring
was still
down.
getting hit in the backfield is the
Yeah.
thing, man. He was still having to make it work.
It's amazing what happens when you feed one of your best players the ball. Like, I think this is his first game where he had over, 14 touches?
Is that
So I
right?
don't have the touches, but I do have some stats for you guys around Genty. Exactly one thing changed from weeks 1 to 3 to week 4. Weeks 1 to 3, total 144 yards and 1 touchdown. Week 4, 138 yards and 3 touchdowns. What changed? Mike, it seemed like you knew the answer.
I'm guessing they stopped having him pass block, but what is it?
No. Simpler than that. I mean, yes, they stopped lining him up at tight end.
Did they stop
They
running
ran
him
it
up the gut?
outside of the tackles.
He brought back the Michael Myers stance for this game.
He's got the chub
He
stance
had not
again?
been doing that. Pete Carroll was trying to coach it out of him. He brought it back for this one the whole game and just ran ruckshot.
What is the thought process behind taking that, like trying to coach that out of him? If it works,
Because they want your knees bent. They want you to be able to like have that quicker twitch. Like that's like fundamental stuff. But again, it's Ashton Genty. The dude should have won a Heisman by all accounts. Doing what he did. See, I didn't really understand it. From a basic fundamental standpoint, I get it. Like, if, my 4-year-old is going out and doing that, like, yeah, I'm going to teach him to bend his
Yeah.
knees and be ready to move. But it's
But
Ashton fucking Genty.
yeah, I would say, like, if you are the running back in your draft class and that is how you did it, don't fix what's not broken. Like, that's
Don't
not
broke
the issue.
what fix ain't broke.
Yeah, that is not the
Yes,
issue
that's
and why
not.
he's not doing well. It is the offensive line. Fix that. Focus on the real problem.
Fundamentals are for learning. After you learn, you tweak the fundamentals. That's what makes you different. That's what makes you stand out. You found a way to make
Yeah,
the
like-
fundamentals less fundamental and more tailored to yourself. That's
Yeah,
unbelievable.
like, what are we going to talk about next? How Scotty Scheffler's swing coach changed his whole foot path because they didn't like how his foot slid? The man's the number 1 golfer. Don't fuck with it.
Bryson
Just not in the
DeChambeau
right
should stop holding his wrists and tweaking his bicep the way he does. That's terrible.
Bad fundamentals.
Yeah, bad fundamentals, man. Take away his 370-yard drives. Bad fundamentals. That's so
Can't win a
dumb.
Ryder Cup.
That's not
That's
the thing
so
to
dumb.
focus on.
Maybe Pete Carroll's
Anyway.
starting to get old.
Bears look good, though. Caleb looked, I don't think, as good as he did against the Cowboys, but still a decent week from him. Raiders had a chance to win this at the end. Yet another blocked field goal, which feels like we've had
It's so cool.
roughly 97 of those this year.
I don't get it.
3 from the Eagles alone. So yeah, weird week for that, but it feels like things are starting to slip there in Vegas. I think Geno does get another year and gets the excuse that that line is really busted. They really don't have a lot of skill position guys, but we gave him and Pete Carroll a little bit too much credit for being able to get this thing back on track. This roster has way too many fucking problems.
Yeah. I like Gino, but the roster, exactly. They have way too many gaps. And Gino's not going to be around by the time they fix everything.
Maybe not.
I feel like it would be different if it were, like the Buccaneers situation or the Vikings situation where their offensive line is just ravaged by injuries. It's like,
Oh,
all
no,
right,
these are the guys.
no, it's like
This is what we got.
Their starting 5. Like, they need to do something, like, as we said, on that offensive line. But
Yeah.
if he can't
On a
figure it
scale
out,
of 1 to 10, they are not good.
no, it's gonna be a long year for the Vegas fans.
Yep. Enough picking on Vegas. Ravens 20, Chiefs 37. I'd say the Chiefs are probably okay.
They used the
We might have
Ravens as
jumped
their
the gun.
bounce back game.
This was a big bounce back game, yeah.
But yeah, Patrick, you go ahead and take this one, bro.
I mean, I'll start it off like I could not have called this if you had given me 10 chances. I would have picked the Ravens 10 times out of 10 because
Yeah, I think we said this was the first time all three of us had picked against the Chiefs on this podcast.
that was their black magic at work. Like they're finally counted out. It's like, all right, we'll turn it around now. Like last week against the Giants, they looked like shit. They won, but this week they played a team who, again, it's the same thing with the Bills. Like their defense just is not there. Like they're a Super Bowl contender, but they're not looking good. And losing Lamar Jackson, I don't know how long he's going to be out, but we know Cooper Rush is starting this week, and that's saw how that worked for the.
We
the Cowboys.
don't know that yet. He did not practice. I don't think Cooper's been named the starter yet.
All reports are pointing to him being the starter.
You will see that the injury felt odd with the timing and everything, and then they had like Lamar sitting on the bench with like a towel like tied under his leg. The whole thing seemed weird, and I get the skepticism of people thinking like maybe Lamar just wanted out of this game because it was just spiraling out of control quick. If he doesn't start this week, then obviously there's nothing to that. But if Lamar bounces back and is just playing again, I don't know. Yeah, it way to pick, like you said, pick the Ravens for your fucking bounce back game.
Yeah, I mean that's going to shut up all the detractors being like, oh well, this team isn't that good. They
Now,
might,
Mike,
they might be
good. No, sorry. Mike, I'll toss a question to you. Is this more about the Chiefs bouncing back and figuring it out and Mahomes being fixed, or is this Ravens defense legitimately just this bad and will be for the remainder of the season?
I think this is little column A, column B, but I think it's mostly that Ravens defense is pummeled with injuries. Like, I think Kyle Hamilton's banged up, Jair Alexander is banged up. There's somebody else that I'm missing.
Humphrey, I think, was.
Chidobe Awuzie, Nate Wiggins.
I think that
a lot of that was this game, though.
Yeah,
is the thing.
Which is how I think it got so out of hand so quick. I think that kind of led to that. So if I remember right, it was a closer game as it started, and then it slowly just started trickling down. Out of nowhere, I'll say, the Chiefs just started going touchdown, touchdown. Hey, Tyquan Thornton, you get a touchdown. Pacheco, you get a touchdown. I don't know, did Juju get a touchdown this game? Just Mahomes was hitting absolutely everybody. Yeah, Hollywood Brown and Juju, they got touchdowns too. I mean, it was a weird one. I think, I don't know, man. I think the Chiefs are definitely going on the up. The Chiefs are definitely on the up because they have Xavier Worthy back, and then they're going to get Rashee Rice back. That offense is going to be able to click the way they want it to again because they will have receivers that they can throw the ball to. But I do chalk this more up to the Ravens defense just being battered with injuries, man. Like, it sucks, but I don't know how far they're going to go this year with that. Lamar being hurt, fucking hey, dude. Watch, they'll somehow end up with a top 10 pick and get Caleb Downs.
So I have their roster pulled up, and 2 defensive ends IR, tackled questionable, other defensive end questionable, linebacker doubtful, linebacker questionable, linebacker questionable, doubtful, IR, out, IR. There are 20
I'm sorry,
names
we're
on
reading
there.
your fantasy team, or is this the Ravens?
There are 25 names on there. There are 19 of them with an injury distinction. 6 of them being out or IR.
The crazy thing is the Ravens are still favored to win this division right now.
Yeah, because our division is shit.
Yeah,
fair. At 1-3. But I mean, maybe the Steelers finally looking to make a move here. We'll see. They have a bye week this week. All right, yeah. So Chiefs are back. I was hoping we would have a much different conversation coming into this week about the Chiefs being 1-3 and being able to hit the panic button, but they're going to be fine and probably go to the fucking Super Bowl. Last game is Sunday. Packers 40, Cowboys 40. We got a tie and a scoregami, guys.
What the heck was this game? Hey, scoregami. I haven't heard. You know what's funny? Like 5 years ago, scoregami was blowing up every single week. Scoregami. I don't hear anything about scoregami anymore at all. Totally.
There was controversy about it at the beginning of this year. Are you aware of this?
No, I have not seen this. I have not heard about this.
Yeah, the scoregami drama. So there was a scoregami. Was it Monday night or Sunday night? Whatever Bills Ravens was week 1. That was a scoregami.
41 to
it was
40?
a late. What was it?
The 41 to 40.
41-40. Yeah. That was a scoregami. And the Scoregami Twitter account, the one that blew up over this whole thing a few years ago, has been very consistent about tweeting it out. Never said a word about that game. Several people verified it was a Scoregami, but that account never said anything about it. It then came out that whoever runs that is a Ravens fan. And just was upset at the end of that game and just never addressed it. Never went back and said anything. Still just never recognized it as a scoregami.
What a massive
So
tool.
who can we even rely on anymore?
What a tool.
If not the scoregami guy.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Your Ravens are going to lose games, loser. You're 1-3 tied
That
with
was
the
a
Browns.
heartbreaker.
Still
though.
alive?
That was bad.
That was Josh Allen putting up a MVP performance in a quarter.
Mm-hmm. It's the Haley Steinfeld effect.
Yeah, neither of those teams are playing in this game, though. So, again, Packers, another game that they were pretty heavily favored in, definitely did not expect the Cowboys to be able to hang 40 on them with how great that defense has been. If nothing else, CeeDee Lamb also not there, by the way.
No.
So not fire on all
You
cylinders.
never would have guessed with the way George Pickens played.
Pickens was incredible.
He was out there in a different
Unlocked
number.
it.
I think we're going to understand now that, again, he's not with Mike Tomlin, the most boring football coach there is. George Pickens is really good, and there's a reason people put up with his attitude.
Hey, hold on. Arthur Smith exists. And he is also on the Steelers.
Yeah, that would explain a lot, actually.
Oh,
Was he
fuck.
there
How was
with
it the Falcons
Pickens?
coach?
Was Arthur Smith there last year?
He was there last year.
Okay.
He replaced Matt Canada. Yeah.
I knew he replaced Canada. I just couldn't remember who was the coach last year because their offense just kind of blurs together as one
Sure was.
beige blob for the past couple of years.
If you had to pick a color to describe the Steelers' offense, what would it be?
Beige. Eggshell white, maybe.
The color of the walls behind you, Patrick.
Yep, exactly. I'm pretty sure it's eggshell white.
Mine would be khaki. Just boring.
Yep, there you go.
Pretty much beige. Just bland.
Anyway, speaking of bland, again, we're still not talking about
The Ron Bland?
We're talking about every team that isn't the two teams that played in this game. But again, it was an odd one from the jump. Oddly,
Good.
Are
you kidding?
Micah
You
Parsons
just
saved the
missed
game.
Such
Go
a great layup. He said, speaking of bland, you should have jumped right into Deron Bland. He plays
What
for the
about him, Mike?
Cowboys. That would have been
He does.
perfect. Seamless, even.
Well, what,
Yeah,
did,
Ron
I
Band didn't even
derailed.
play in this game.
Yeah, he sure did.
what did he do?
I may have just looked it up, but he had a tackle, 4 loss.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's definitely a good segue then to go to a
And
player who
single
had
tackle for
0.
loss.
I'm sorry I didn't have Deron Bland's tackle stats on standby for your transition.
I mean, words get thrown out there. Players have fun last names.
Going through the box score to try and find him, I found out that Jadeveon Clowney's on the Cowboys.
Yes, he is.
I did not know that.
We found him.
Yeah, he is alive.
Speaking of clowns,
Jordan.
the broadcast of this whole thing was very weird. I don't know if you guys watched any of the pregame. They had Jerry Jones on, one talking about the whole Micah thing again on the night that they were playing against him, but also doing the interview with Jason Garrett, a coach that he fired. The optics of the whole thing were just strange at best.
In their defense, Jerry doesn't remember firing Jason Garrett. Doesn't remember
That's
having
true.
him as a coach. So, to him, it was just another guy who's like, "Oh, nice to meet you, young fella."
You want to coach the Cowboys?
Yeah.
Guys, we still haven't talked about the Packers Cowboys.
Sure haven't.
Still haven't
Thank
talked
you,
about the game.
Mike. Thank you, Mike.
I'm
Parsons actually saved this game for the
He sure
Packers
did.
in overtime. Made a tackle that prevented the Cowboys from scoring a touchdown and having to kick a field goal, and then the Packers managed to have the most boring, methodical drive of all time to end in a 4th down field goal to tie it. Yay.
I say the best thing to say about this game is, Mike, you're the one who put it in here, but it was a revenge game where everyone left disappointed.
100%.
That just means we're going to have a rubber match.
Yeah.
We're going to have to play it again later in the season.
Ooh, do they fix the league to make them meet in the playoffs somehow?
If the
Well,
Cowboys-
The Cowboys
Yeah.
would have to make the playoffs. So
I know. Fix the
As long as
lead.
it's not the NFC Championship game, they'll be fine. They have a chance.
They have a chance. No, it was weird. Like, who had Romeo Dobbs getting 3 touchdowns? Anybody? Like, that dude just decided to go off. You said it. Pickens decided to go off, which I'm very happy to see that.
Josh Jacobs went off.
Javante continues to be the real deal. Like, healthy Javante Williams is very good. I don't know how he can put it together in Denver, but coming to the Cowboys, it's working really well for him.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's looked very good so far.
I'm saying that offensive line is not good, and he's averaging 5 yards a carry. Like, it makes no sense.
Like, I think I was ripping the Cowboys. I was making fun of the Cowboys when they made that ad. I'm like, oh, God, look
Yes.
out. They got Javante Williams.
Yeah, Javante Williams and Miles Sanders as their running backs. Like, oh, they're going to be great.
Didn't Miles Sanders actually get hurt? I think he's out for a little bit.
I couldn't tell you. That's
I
how
don't know.
little he's affected this team.
Yeah, he was a knee and ankle injury. But I don't know. I honestly don't know how to talk about this game. I want to, but
It
don't
was.
know. Like, it was.
I think the Packers defense didn't look nearly as good as they have all this year. The Cowboys have been kind of overachieving. They're going to be fun and frisky, but I don't think they're a playoff team.
Mm-mm.
And I think that's about it, man. Like a Parsons looked good again. I don't know. That's what I got. Speaking of games that we're not really going to want to talk about, I almost want to lump these next two together. We had the worst Monday night football slate ever,
Mm-hmm.
and somehow it was 2 games, which makes it even worse. Mike, we'll start with you. Jets 21, Dolphins 27.
I do enjoy watching Justin Fields, and
Mhm.
Justin Fields actually looks pretty good out there. But the Jets are another team that's just cursed. I don't know how else to put it. Like, you just used the word frisky to talk about, who were we just talking about a second ago?
The Cowboys.
Cowboys, yeah. If I'm using frisky, I'm talking about the Jets. Other than the Bills, who are the Bills, and just the Jets lost by 2 to the Steelers. Again, 20 points to the Bills. They lost 2 to the Buccaneers, and they lost 6 to the Dolphins. Like, they're that team that just weirdly can't get over that hump. They just keep losing by 1 score. And they look relatively in it most of the game. You know, you end up throwing it deep, and Garrett ends up catching it, or makes some circus catch in the end zone. Braylon Allen usually pounds the ball into the end zone. He's hurt now, so what do? They switched to Brees this last game, and Brees Hall decides to become Brees Hall because he's actually getting the amount of touches he needs to get. That team and the defense shows up too. Well, I shouldn't say that because
That defense has not been good.
Yeah.
You can't give up.
I started
27
saying it, I'm like, wait, no, never mind. I'm getting ahead of myself. I started rolling into the Broncos. Yeah, defense is not good. Defense should be good, but they're not. I don't know. Jets are the frisky team that I think are going to... I think I have it on the note there. They're 0-4, but they're such a better 0-4 team than that shows.
Yeah.
Like, they're a good 0-4 team.
I say they're fun to watch. Justin Fields, Brees Hall looks like the Ravens light from last year of Lamar and Derrick Henry running roughshod over people.
Ravens light. I like that.
Very light. Very light. 0-4. Someone had to win this game.
I'd say Justin Fields is probably heavier than Lamar, so not that much lighter.
Fair. The only things I'm taking away from this, Tyreek Hill definitely done for at least this year.
I'd say that he might
tore
not
everything in
come
his
back.
knee.
Yeah, what?
Yeah,
He
for a speedster
dislocated
like
it?
that, and he tore, I think, literally 3 different ligaments.
Oh, yeah,
It ain't good.
because they said it. It's like, hey, man, you didn't dislocate your kneecap. You didn't just move your kneecap. You dislocated the knee.
Yeah,
That thing
the whole
is-
leg just
that
was
thing
like,
is-
nah, we're not going to work anymore.
Yeah, it's not just like a pop it back in place. Like, we can't do that.
Now, my stepdad had that same knee injury when playing football in high school and literally was never able to do anything
When he had made
athletic
it to the
again.
pros,
Given
Had that not happened, did the
he was
blown
getting
out his
recruited to
knee?
like Mac schools and shit, but no, it wasn't the.
It wasn't
I
that.
would have been in the NFL.
Oh man, back in '84,
Nah.
we would have won states if coaches had just put me in.
Not quite that.
But-
I do love the reaction though to Tyreek's injury because obviously not the greatest human being in the world. most of the time, like when a guy's having a good year and goes down, it's like, oh, I feel so bad for him. Like, this is terrible. I can't imagine. Everything I saw, especially on like Reddit, was like, wow, that knee or that leg sure looks bad.
I said
That leg, you can tell by the way it is that it shouldn't be.
AB said it best with his tweet of the medical staff after Tyreek's surgery, and it's just like 15 pregnant nurses.
Dude, AB rules. That's the funniest Twitter account out there.
Also, I know like the whole like having the Bugatti in the trailer park. Can someone do that? Put the Bugatti up on like cinder blocks for Tyreek?
The injury
Yeah.
took his wheels. My
Took
boy.
his wheels. The one I liked is it's just a guy sitting in a wheelchair like pushing somebody away, and it's like Tyreek chasing his baby mamas around the house trying to beat him.
Oh,
Jesus Christ! You know, just
Not
I would feel
Fuck,
bad
dude.
if he wasn't such a horrible person.
well, maybe his kid shouldn't have dressed up as Iron Man. Did you think of that?
that's
Touche.
He's such a bad person.
didn't think about it that way. Well, R.I.P. Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek.
Rest
Just his
in-
Bang- somehow-
himself.
Forget
Just
it.
Somehow worse game here. Bengals 3, Broncos 28.
Bo
Mike,
Nix is
I
back.
kind of want to go to you for your because you put this note in. I know you have Patrick up, but make your case because I think it might be a good one. Who should be MVP?
Last year I stood by. I think it's Josh Allen over Lamar.
You're saying okay.
Joe Burrow should have won MVP last year, and if
I thought you were going to argue this year.
for sure. He definitely is though because he goes
Right.
down. This team is so bad without him. It's
Anemic.
impossibly bad. You make Jamar and T. Higgins look like absolute bums. The offensive line isn't fantastic, but nobody's even afraid of the run. Chase Brown looks bad now. We know the defense is bad. That's not a surprise. But the offense taking this much of a step back is bonkers to me. Jake Browning, you rolled him out when Joe Burrow got hurt 2 years ago, and you're like, all right, like, we like him. We'll
He did
sign him
okay.
to an extension. You think he's spending time at practice, maybe learning a little bit more of the Bengals play calling, seeing what they like to do. Nope, learn nothing. I think this really goes back to Zach Taylor being one of the worst coaches in the league, Joe Burrow putting that team on his back and being the legit MVP.
No, I think you're absolutely correct. They look like complete dog shit without him. And we knew that there were going to be some issues that the team was going to have to overcome coming in, and without Burrow, that is impossible. What's bizarre to me is that this team refuses to spend the money on like a better backup or go and trade for someone. Maybe they still will at this point. They haven't as of this point in the week. But like, I know the Browns are cheap, like Mike Brown rather, not the Cleveland Browns. But like, we really can't go afford to pay Jameis $3 million. What are you going to have to give up to go get him? If nothing else, it'll be fucking fun.
Yeah, so he's the third quarterback on his team. Like, what, a 6th round pick, maybe? 7th round pick?
I'm going for Jameis.
Give him a 7th round pick and Jake Browning. Get him out of the door.
Jackson Dart's back up.
Jameis would have 500 yards for both teams.
Dude, him with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, like, yeah, he might have 6 picks a game, but he's going to have close to 400 yards every single game.
The defense is going to be dog shit when they're out on the field anyway.
Yeah.
Who cares if they're out there for longer because Jameis is throwing picks?
Yeah,
Just let him get it over with.
and
gonna
he'll, at least with his picks, like, they'll be 40 yards down the field.
True.
Like, they're going to at least
Like
give the
punting.
defense decent field position to stop them.
Yeah, that would be an absolute dream. That would be so much fun. I'd watch every Bengals game.
I say there's no world where Jamar Chase should be averaging under 10 to 12 yards a catch.
Mm-hmm.
He averaged under 5.
Yikes.
Chase Brown was almost averaging more yards a rush than he was a catch.
Yikes. Times 2.
That's not good. And Brown has not been good.
So
and like you talked, go ahead, Mike.
So do you just, as the Bengals, what are they, 2-2 right now?
2-2, yeah.
Do you tank Like, do you look at your team now?
If you don't go and get another quarterback,
Yeah,
that's
if
what
you
you're
don't-
telling us you're doing.
And that's what I'm wondering if that's what they're doing right now, of looking at their team and going, let's just tank and load up on, I don't know, the most talented player in the draft. It's not a quarterback.
Based on how they played, I would not be surprised if that was the message, because it did not look like anyone was engaged at any point in that game.
Which is absurd to do when you're 2-2 like that. But also, you just signed so many people to so much money. You got to win.
It's hard to tank because you're not going to
gotta
be able to
figure it
fill
out.
all the needs you need to next year.
Huh? You got to try to find a way to win. Go get a quarterback. Can't afford
Caleb
Kirk
Downs would
Cousins.
look pretty sick on this team, though.
Yeah, that'd be a real bummer, man. I don't want Caleb Downs anyway.
Low moving
in the AFC
costs.
North.
He'd be happy.
Yeah, he'd be really happy about that, actually.
I mean, I'll say right now the Browns have 2 pretty solid picks, so
Yeah, I guess. No,
why
no,
not Caleb Downs to the Browns?
because
Caleb Browns to the Downs,
Yeah.
baby.
I want him to be a winner. That's why.
Good point. He'll go to the Steelers, don't worry.
Steelers have it figured out. There's a Buckeye here at pick 22, and everybody's overthinking it. Yeah, we're taking an Ohio State kid every time.
Tends to work out pretty well.
Yeah,
One time to take a Penn State guy hasn't looked so good. Joey Porter.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Just keep picking Ohio
Just
State.
saying.
It works.
Broncos defense looks great. This felt like a little bit of a get-right game for Bo Nix. We'll see if he can do it against a real defense that plays real football. Anything else before we get into the random bits that we might have missed?
Time for the bits. Little bits.
Time for the bits. All right, let me start off with a couple graphics that I wanted to read off. Talking about the Cowboys and Packers, teams with 40-plus points and no turnovers were 300-0 at home, including the playoffs in the Super Bowl era. They are now 300-0-1.
What about road teams with
Naturally.
I don't have that stat. I'm not gonna lie to you. Weirdly enough, not readily available. And then my favorite graphic of the week, and maybe I'll throw it up in the pod so you guys can see it because it was just bizarre without any context. Jackson Dart believes in the conspiracy theory that the U.S. never landed on the moon and it was faked. So it is legitimately. All right, let's do the bad podcast thing and put it up. It literally just says America did not land on the moon, and it's a picture of Jackson Dart.
my grandfather would be rolling over in his grave right now.
Would be? Does that mean he's not dead?
No, he is dead. I say he is rolling over in his grave right now.
A big moon landing guy?
Is his grave on the moon?
He was in mission control when they landed on the moon.
So he was a production assistant?
Yeah, he was the filmographer.
I'd say he was the one working the jigs to make
Got
it
it.
look like they're jumping up and down. Yeah.
Was he
Baby
the
guy.
one, or was did he have the boom mic too, the big old fuzzy thing? Was he the guy
No,
who
no,
actually
he-
did that?
I'd say he he had to hold the ropes for both people to make it look like they're jumping. He couldn't hold the boom mic too.
What a guy! What a dude! Shout out Grandpa Walls.
Couple more things for y'all. I should have brought it up during the Patriots
Yeah, you should have.
segment.
No idea what you're talking about. You should have brought it up.
Just stopped him in his
Fine.
tracks.
I'm gonna gatekeep my Patriots stat then. Whatever.
Well, think about
no,
the
Drake-
fan, Brandon.
Think about
Jim. Yeah,
Jesus
Jim
Christ.
would be
Jim.
disappointed in you.
Jim would be. I'm sorry, Jim. Drake May, 3 straight games with 75% completion percentage and 2 passing touchdowns. Only the second player to do that ever. Can either of you name the first?
Can we get a time period of when they played?
Tim Tebow,
Recently retired.
Drew Brees.
Phillip Rivers,
Neither. Tom Brady.
Tim Brody.
That was going to be my third or fourth guess.
I was gonna say Matt
Well, thank
Ryan.
you.
Matt
Chris
Ryan
would
would
have
never
all
be up
been-
there. 28-3. Never forget.
Never going to. Last thing, we gave you guys a very thrilling preview last week of Fat Bear Week. And it has come to a conclusion. I want to congratulate Chunk 304,
32.
your Fat Bear Week champion.
Chunk
Did I say
32.
304? Yeah, Chunk 32. I apologize.
Fucking dummy can't even read.
Listen, reading is hard.
That's why he's doing a podcast.
Right. So he overcame some obstacles. First off, he finished second 3 times in this competition.
Damn.
Before finally winning one, and also had a broken jaw at the beginning of this season.
Is he the Greg Jennings of Bears?
Yes,
Put the
put
team
the
on
whole-
his back, though.
I say he was just laying on the side of the river, and the salmon were just swimming into his mouth.
Greg
Yeah,
Jennings.
pretty much.
1,200-pound bruiser who showed adaptability after a major injury. Put the team on his back, though.
Oh, it's Darren Salmon, the fattest fish in the sea.
Living in Katmai National Park. Greg Jennings, the bear.
Fact check: Greg Jennings was a Packer. Anyway,
What up,
congratulations to Chunk. You did it, buddy.
I still
I'm
think
very proud of
609 was robbed, but whatever.
It's a tough side of the bracket, man. Chunk had the backstory too. Again, finishing third so many times. Again, the injury that he overcame.
It's all about the
Very
narrative.
impressive. It's true. All
Comeback
right.
player of the year.
So while I go ahead and pull up our favorite wheel that we get to pick from every week, it's Fantasy on Ice,
Woohoo!
which means
Michael,
that Michael,
open a drink.
you go ahead and crack that.
Really?
And Patrick, why don't you buy some time and just give us a quick recap of how this week went?
Yeah, so Michael, coming in last place, having to do an ice, would have been safe any other week this year. Probably would have won a couple. Puts up roughly 105 points. Led very strongly by Drake London and DK Metcalf, Bijan Robinson, but good lord did Montgomery and Jonnu Smith pull him down with a combined 2.8 points between them. So yeah, he comes in at a pretty distant third place at 104.88. Myself coming in a respectable second with 121.7, led by my pickup of Patrick Mahomes, who finally gave me a quarterback worth starting. Him and Puka did a good job carrying me. Calvin Ridley, T. Higgins, and my running backs kept me from even touching Brandon Scorching 155 points. He had one player score under 10, and he had, 4 people over 20. His team just went off, and, congrats to you, sir. Good job.
Thank you.
On the wheel spins. You did great,
I just spun the wheel very good.
I say you
Very,
you
very
weighted that
More
wheel
good
perfectly.
Some would say better than anyone else. Yeah, we get nothing for actually winning this thing. The whole job is to not lose, but thank you. I do appreciate that.
Can't relate.
Mike, welcome back. You had a week where you didn't have to take it. You're only 1-3.
True.
You're better than the Jets. You're better than the Jets.
I have to buy 3 packs of smeared off ices. You realize that, right? Because I'm going to keep losing.
Yeah, that's embarrassing to have to explain to
I say
the cashier.
walking out of a Kroger or a Giant Eagle with a 12-pack of Smirnoff Ice is probably the worst feeling in the world.
Yeah.
All for you.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel good. Doesn't feel good.
Mine are going to be expired by the time I'm drinking more. Well, Mike, you get first dibs. Would you like to toss anyone back from your, all things considered, decent team this week?
You guys should go on Sleeper and look at my team this week. Or I can just tell you.
Yeah, that's...
Caleb Williams, bye. Bijan Robinson, bye. Alvin Kamara and Nico are fine. Drake London, bye. Jonnu Smith, bye. DK Metcalf, bye.
So
David,
do you want to take your ice
whole team
now?
is changing.
Yeah, so that's what I was going to ask. How do we do buys and players being out? Because I don't stand a chance this week.
You never know. You could upgrade. So with a bye, you can decide to keep the player. Same thing with an injury. But
So I can spin the wheel on buy players?
yeah, you got to drop them.
I mean,
But he can spin it on all of them if he wants to.
Yes, but he only
You're not
gets,
limited to the one pickup.
I say he only gets the first pick for players not on bye. So he gets to spin before us on this one, but then we get to do our player pickups before he gets to go back in for his bye week shit.
so
Okay.
So I get to spin the wheel for buy players, and that doesn't count as my one pickup, right?
Correct, yes.
All right. I'm spinning the wheel on Jonnu Smith. I'm getting 2 tight ends. Fuck it. He's on bye. That's 1 spin, and I'm spinning again if I don't like it.
Oh,
No,
okay.
no.
You can't invent through. I asked. I clarified it, and you
No,
said yes.
he's not spinning back to literally back to back, but he can spin it again.
It's a
He's
player
using
on
that
bye.
as his throwback. There's technically nothing wrong with that.
The way that he said it made it sound like he was going to throw.
Yeah, like he was literally going to do 2
back
spins in a row.
and then whoever he got as the tight end, he would then throw
No.
back. Okay, sorry. That was why I was saying no. That's
There's rules here, okay?
This isn't Vietnam.
We're
We
not
have rules
savages. All right, let's see who you got, Michael. Jonnu Smith being thrown back for the 2nd time this year, and you've upgraded to Brenton String.
Yikes.
Not awful. That was a lot of people's sleeper tight ends. I mean, I would take him over Jonnu.
Yeah, he is on sleeper. That's correct.
So, let me spin the wheel for my other player on bye, Caleb.
We get to go
Not yet.
before you.
Yeah, so now we get to do our 2 throwbacks, then you get to own the wheel the rest of the time.
Yeah.
Is what he was saying.
Yeah.
So Patrick, I believe you came in 2nd. So
Yeah,
would you like to throw anyone back? You don't have to either.
No,
Obviously,
I
it's more
absolutely am. Joe Burrow's out until like week 13 or week 12 at the earliest?
If he comes back, I'd be surprised.
I'm going to hold on to T. Higgins for 1 more week to see what they do, but goodbye, Calvin Ridley. So let's go to the flex wheel.
It's the flex wheel. Hell yeah.
Flex on them hoes.
Fucking love this thing. All right, everyone ready?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm ready.
Hang on tight. It's flex time.
I can't see the screen, so you guys are going to have to react for me and actually let me know who I get.
That's Tyreek Hill.
He's got to keep him.
All right, cool.
Keep him for a week.
Respin.
No, we'll spin that again.
Did you take him out?
I sure didn't.
You get Tyreek
Yeah,
Hill
I did.
again.
I'm sorry. I did. Jamison Williams. Does anyone have him?
No.
I don't. I don't.
You're
see
either
him
getting
listed in
30
here,
points or you're
so-
getting 2, so that's cool.
It's better than the none he would have gotten with either Calvin Ridley or Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
That's true.
So, all right. I know you got me 9 points this week, but he's hurt on top of not being that good. So, Mason Taylor, you're going back. Tight end wheel. You ready?
And we
Yeah.
And Patrick, you're writing these all down, right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. And we got Njoku.
Ooh, cheap.
You
I'll
have
take it.
tight end 2 for the.
Yay. That's hey, Harold Fannin is a running back, tight end, receiver, quarterback. All right.
I say he's also
So,
on pace to have
he's a flex.
the 4th most targets by rookie tight end for a season.
Really cool. Only we had a quarterback that could actually get him the ball.
We might.
Maybe we do now with Gabriel. All right, Mike. Well, are we replacing any of your other 17 players that are somehow on bye?
We're gonna replace the quarterback, Caleb Williams. I did enjoy our time together, but you could not get me over the hump and get me a win. So we're going quarterback.
He got you a win last week.
I also just realized I didn't look to see if any of my players were on bye before we wrap this up.
You do not
and
have anything.
somehow
on bye. You're good.
Wow, not a single one.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, I took all of them. Don't worry, guys. I took
Appreciate
everybody's
that, Mike.
buys.
Yeah, you took Pittsburgh, Atlanta, and Chicago. I think those are the only 3 teams on bye.
Well, there has to be 4.
Yeah.
That wouldn't
No.
quite add up.
Also, I didn't pick shit. The wheel did. Oh, nice! I got Josh
The wheel
Allen.
giveth, and the wheel taketh away.
Who'd you get instead of Caleb?
Oh, Tua Tagovailoa.
Oh no.
Well,
He is not hurt, unfortunately.
huh?
Cool.
Okay. Who did I get for
Anyone
my tight
else?
end?
You want
Who
to
did I
keep
get?
tempting the wheel?
Who did I get for my tight
You got
end?
Brenton Strange.
You can't throw him back. You just got him.
Oh, well, yeah, he's not on a bye.
No, I never used my spin. I've only put guys on bye and the wheel.
No.
Like, I still have my.
Oh, okay. There was a misunderstanding
No,
there.
that you
I mean,
can't redo the same position twice.
This is new news to me after I asked for
That's what I
clarification
tried
and
to
we found it.
explain when you started
me
saying
another
you
tight
could throw
end,
the
spin the
same
wheel.
position back twice. I said no.
Give me another tight end. Spin the wheel.
No.
Spin the wheel.
No.
I literally repeated the rule and I got yeses.
No.
Spin
Yeah,
the wheel.
but Brenton Strange is not on bye. He's not injured. You can't then throw him back in.
I sure can. I haven't used my weekly spin of the wheel.
He
I
wasn't on
used
your
my
team
bi-week
this week.
spins.
He wasn't on your team this week.
Anarchy.
He was not on your team.
Doesn't matter.
Yes, it
I get
does.
to use my weekly spin. No, it's
No.
a weekly spin.
Your weekly spin you can use for Montgomery or Collins or Kamara.
You are just making up a rule because you don't want me to get a new tight end.
I'm not making up a rule.
I asked and I heard yes. You agreed to
From
this.
who? I said no.
I literally repeated.
And I said
the
no.
rule that I said, and it
That's
was
not how
yes.
that works.
Let's just throw some fuel on this fire, shall we?
Let's see.
Who would
Go
you?
to the
I hope
tape.
I get Trey McBride or something hilarious.
Congratulations, Jatavian Sanders. Can we be done with this
Is
conversation?
it still no? Is it still no, or do I get to? Well, now that it's just Jatavian Sanders, it's a yes.
No, you're still Brenton Strange. I say you can throw back Bijan,
You
you can
somehow
throw back
saved
Drake,
yourself from yourself, Mike.
you can
So
throw
do
back
we
DK.
have this new rule now of where we can't shuffle the same position?
That's always been
Well,
a
it's
rule.
not a new rule. It's you can throw back
A
players that
player-
are injured or on bye.
Yeah,
but
you can. You
Brenton
don't-
Strange is neither of those things.
I say
You're
the
right.
thing has always been, if they are out, you can put them back in. You don't have to.
So, Mike, I think the argument is he used his bye week throwback before he used his pick any player throwback.
Yeah, but
So then why was I able to
replacing-
spin the wheel again and get Caleb then if I can't spin on buys?
No, you can.
No, you can
Okay,
do it
here's
for-
where the confusion's coming in. Hold on. So the confusion is we assumed Mike was using his pick any position throwback
on the
for
tight
his
end?
very first pick. He was instead using a bye week throwback on his first spin.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
That's exactly
Okay.
correct.
So technically, with that understanding, you could do it, but you would have gotten Jatavian Sanders. So we might be doing you a favor.
Here is my thinking with it is you have the player that you sent back. So Jonnu Smith, who was on a bye, you throw him back in. You have Brenton Strange, who is not on your team. Just like after we did the initial draft, we couldn't then throw people back prior to them playing on our team for a week. So
I think
why
I just
would
found
you
a
be
loophole
able
and you
to?
want to be right.
No. We literally put
Either
that-
way, it doesn't matter. You're not getting Jatavian Sanders.
No, I mean, I'll deal with it now that I know I'd be getting Jatavian Sanders.
No, you get Brenton Strange.
Take Brenton Strange. Who else do you want to throw back?
I am not throwing anyone else back because I'm losing no matter
Bijan, you
what.
sure?
I'm losing no matter what, so I just wanted to try to replace, my not favorites. And
So you're running with what?
so
One,
I got
two,
Tua
three
and I got
people on
Brendan
bye?
Strange here.
You're running with 3 people on bye this week.
I mean, I don't want to drop Bijan. I don't want to drop Drake London, DK. Like the thing is, I have so many people on bye, and I don't want to drop Bijan.
Just take your lumps this week.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I'm gonna take my lumps. I'm just gonna suck it up and deal with it.
I don't hate it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
I
just
do
wanna
hate
make
it,
Sure we're on the same page.
But can I
I'm just
spin
gonna
the wheel again for Monty?
I mean, he is a player that was not on bye, and you only threw back bye week players. So yeah, you can if you really want to. But I'm just
move
gonna
on.
put it.
I'm putting this away before we get to another.
the 3 zeros in here for you.
Alrighty then. So let's wrap it up, guys, with pick'ems. And there we go. So Patrick, it was nice being in second for like 10 minutes. You did not have a great week.
I've had
also,
worse.
That's true. That's not a good thing. Fuck the Packers and Cowboys for making this difficult because I gave us all half games for that. So now it's just going to look fucked up the rest of the year. So Patrick's in last place. He went 7.5 and 8.5. He is now 41.5 and 22.5 on the season. God, this is awful. I went 11.5 and 4.5. So I'm 45.5 and 18.5 on
We
the
just
year.
round up.
Mike, we'll figure it out. Mike's still in first. I'm sure I'll get sick of this after a week. Mike went 9.5 and 6.5 this week, so I picked up 2 games on him, but still holds a 1-game lead over everybody. So let's do this. Thursday night. Start with you, Patrick. San Francisco at the Los Angeles Rams.
I gotta go with the Rams.
Keep in mind, yeah, I was gonna say, keep in mind, I believe everyone is hurt
Just
on the
about,
49ers.
Yeah. It's the
They
perfect
may
trap
forfeit.
game.
I'm not sure. Oh, it's your pick.
No,
It's a
I'm
perfect
picking the
trap game.
Rams.
Okay.
There's not a chance I'm picking them. The Niners.
So not a trap game. I'll take the Rams as
Still
well.
a trap game, but I'm going the safer game. Safer pick.
It's a trap, but I'm going to walk into it.
Yeah, exactly.
Mike, your Vikes taking on the Cleveland Browns in London.
I was hoping I'd pick last for this one, but I am going to go with probably my Vikings. I don't know. Rookie quarterback starting internationally. The Browns' offense hasn't looked good. He might have that rookie +1, but I don't know. I'm going Vikings.
All right, Patrick. Or no, sorry, that'd be
Yeah,
me.
no, you get to pick.
No, that's fair. I feel slightly better with a new quarterback starting, but I looked at the stat. Browns quarterbacks making their debut, or rookie debut since the team came back, are like 0-11. It's been very, very bad. Is anyone other than Mike Flores, or yeah, anyone other than Flores' defense, maybe, but I'll be happy to be wrong. I'll take the Vikings.
I really want to take the Browns as well, just because. But I think that who's the cornerback for the Vikings that outscored the entire Bengals team?
The corner, I don't remember off the top of my
I feel
head,
like
but yeah.
he's gonna wreak havoc on Dillon Gabriel.
That was another fun fact, by the way. The Bengals have been so bad. They have been outscored by teams' defenses 13-14 in the last 2 weeks.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, they're not good.
Yeah, very bad. So Vikings as well. All right. I've got Houston at Baltimore. I do think this could end up being an interesting game with how bad Baltimore's defense has been playing, but Houston's got to show me something against a team that isn't the Titans before I'm willing to pick them again. So I'll take the Ravens. Patrick?
Yeah, probably gonna take the Ravens as well.
Fair enough. Mike?
Funny enough, earlier I was looking at the odds for this game, with Cooper Rush starting, and the Texans are actually favored by a little bit.
Is Cooper Rush actually starting?
Dude,
As of right now,
Did I miss this?
Yeah. Texans were, I think, like -120 or something like that. And the Ravens were plus money. So if you're a betting man, it might just be worth it throwing $10 on the Ravens. That being said, I'm going to take the Ravens because even though they don't have Lamar, they still have Derrick Henry.
See, I'm still sticking with the Ravens because the only report I'm seeing is from Schefter saying that Lamar didn't practice, and if he can't play, it'll be Cooper Rush. That's it. That's not enough for me to lean just yet. And like you said, even if it is Cooper Rush, I feel like that might even be a wake-up call for the Ravens, and they find a way to gut out a win.
That's it. Lamar's listed as doubtful, which is not a good distinction.
Yeah,
not great.
Questionable, I'd give it to you, but doubtful is very low.
I'm looking at pictures of Cooper Rush. How did he somehow become less ginger going from the Cowboys to the Ravens?
Because he's not wearing white anymore.
Oh.
I was going to say he just balded.
Fair. So we all go in Baltimore, it sounds like?
Yeah,
Mike?
Baltimore.
Oh, yeah. Got it. Patrick. Oh, God. Miami at Carolina. Someone has to win this game. Actually, no, I guess they really don't.
Yes, they could be.
As we discovered, that is an option. I will still give 5 points if you successfully pick a tie.
I got to take the Dolphins. I feel like even with Tyreek Hill out, the offense is going to put up points on the Panthers.
In theory.
I mean, the Falcons couldn't do it, but the Patriots sure as shit could, and they are...
I'm not using the Falcons as a barometer for anything at this point. Mike, who you got?
Yeah, I'm taking the Dolphins.
Crazy. I think we're all picking Dolphins just because they at least have some offensive weapons. Well, less now. But Carolina, I don't think is legit. I think they just played the Falcons 1 week. Mike, Vegas at Indy.
Give me Indiana Jones. Give me Indy.
Yeah, same. Vegas has looked broken since that win in week 1.
I could... Go ahead, Patrick. Make your pick. I was just going to say I could see the Raiders getting this one, like Colts kind of start to trend down now that they've lost, now that the Magic's gone, but Raiders are just such a mess.
That defense is legit, though.
Yeah, so I'm definitely
Colts.
taking the Indianapolis Erskines.
Yeah. That hurts.
Got it. I
If
got.
you know, you know.
Oh boy. I got another barn burner. Giants at Saints. I'm taking the Giants purely off of vibes because their young quarterback has actually won a game.
Yeah.
Now, this is appointment viewing.
We're gonna go with a tie. Not really. I'm taking the Giants. I don't have the balls to call them.
No balls.
That was almost.
Would I just get 0 points for that, or like how would that work? Would I get a loss?
That would be a loss.
Okay.
If you missed that, yeah. Mike.
Picking the Giants.
Giants.
I know they
All
don't
right.
have waivers. Steelers or Saints are bad.
They are very bad. Patrick, Dallas at the Jets.
I think the Jets' defense is just slightly better than the Cowboys' offense, especially if CD doesn't play. Gotta take the Jets.
Wow. All right. I can see this being closer than it should since Dallas played much better last week than people were expecting. They got beat up by the Bears the week before. I still think Dallas has enough to do it here, man. The Jets are just they're bad vibes right now. I know they've played some close games, but I don't know. I don't love it. Mike?
I want the Jets, but after last week, I'm going to go Cowboys.
I also skipped right over you, Mike. I apologize for that. But you get to start this one. Denver at Philly.
Philly.
Philly's got such a tough schedule. Holy shit.
That's what happens when you win the Super Bowl.
That's true. I'm also going to take the Eagles. Again, Bo Nix, you got to do it against a team
That's not the Bengals.
other than the Cincy, yeah.
Yeah, so give me the Eagles as well. I don't see the defense stopping the running game.
You can just mark me down as the Eagles for every week until
they
Eagles
show me
lose,
they
I'm
can't.
picking the Eagles. Yeah. Until the Eagles lose, I'm picking the Eagles.
Fair. We'll go. Oh, this is me now. I'm getting all the great games. Tennessee at Arizona. God, man, I keep wanting to take Tennessee because, they've got Cam Ward and everything, but they have just looked undisciplined. Last week was a complete shit show. I guess I'm going to take the Cardinals.
They wrapped it with the Prin. Yeah, I'm taking the Cardinals too. I don't know if I jumped over you, Patrick. I'm sorry, but I figured we're all.
You're fine. Make that 3. Yeah.
All right. Easy. Patrick, Tampa Bay at Seattle.
Ooh, I'm taking Tampa Bay. I say their magic ran out against the Eagles, but the Seahawks aren't the Eagles. So
I'll take the Bucks. Sure.
I think I'm going to take the Bucks too. I'm still feeling out Seattle a little bit. I feel like they could have made a statement by blowing out the Cardinals and just found a way to kind of let them back in. And if Baker Mayfield is the quarterback, I think he wins that game against the Seahawks. So, yeah, give me Tampa Bay. Mike, Detroit at Cincinnati. I'll just go ahead.
I think I'm gonna take the Lions. I think.
Can you expound on why?
I don't know what expound means.
Okay. Patrick?
I'm going to expound on those thoughts, and I'm going to say the Lions. Though I do think Jake Browning's going to have a comeback game and only throw 2 picks.
Oh, can you bet on that?
I'm sure you can.
Only throw 2 picks.
Just keep downloading all the betting apps. You'll find it somewhere.
All right. Not surprising. I'm taking the Lions. Point being, they are good, and Cincinnati is not good. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Washington at the Chargers. It does look like Jaden Daniels is trending towards being back. Chargers are still a more complete team, though. They just lost a game that they absolutely shouldn't have. I'll take the Chargers. Patrick?
That 2.
2.
I'll have what he's having.
Did Jaden Daniels, die? What's going on? What was it?
No, it seemed
injury?
like... No, I don't know exactly what the injury was, but it seemed like he was trending pretty well the week before, and they kind of held him out because it was early in the season and it was the Falcons.
Mm-hmm.
And Mariota had played well enough the week before to win. It felt like the vibes were if it was like a playoff game or like a play-in game type scenario, he might have even played last week. They're just being kind of precautious with him.
Oh.
And Terry McLaurin was out too. You'd been putting him in a rough spot.
So they just, again, kind of have like why bother running him out?
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he's in like really bad shape.
Okay, well, that being said, I'm going to pick the Chargers.
All right, thanks for that. Appreciate
It's
it.
like,
Well,
yeah,
I
what's your
wanted to
special?
know. What's that?
It's like going into a restaurant, like, what's your daily special? And they go on a long rant. It's like, I'll take the cheeseburger and fries, please.
Cool,
I'll take what the other two already ordered.
Yeah.
Do you guys have mozzarella sticks here or what?
What's a super salad? Patrick, Sunday Night Football. The New England Patriots at the Buffalo Bills.
You know, Drake May has looked really good. So with that being said, give me the Bills.
Yeah, that's my analysis.
Bills Mafia,
Mike,
baby.
Bills all the way across. All right, last one. I feel like these teams don't play super often, but a fun Monday night matchup, more fun than last week at least. Chiefs at Jaguars.
Is it fun, though?
And more fun than fucking Bengals Broncos.
Hey, to be fair, when they made that schedule, they were thinking of the Bengals-Broncos game from last year.
That's fair. They also, when they made the schedule, weren't expecting Jacksonville to have more wins than the Chiefs.
That also fair.
This is true.
And Mike, you get first pick on this.
I'm taking the Chiefs.
Chiefs. Yeah, man, they looked a lot like the old Chiefs this last week. So I might be back and pick the Chiefs until they fuck up again mode. I'll take Kansas City.
Yeah, sooner or later the Jaguars are going to not be able to force a turnover in a game, and I feel like it's going to be this game with going against Mahomes. I'm taking the Chiefs.
All right, guys. Well, we went through that entire thing. Very exciting. We deviated on one game.
Cool. So I guess I will still be in third place come next week.
Regardless of what happens, yes. You may be further in third because you picked the Jets. And
I was the only
me
deviation.
and you sure were.
You gotta be
Me and Mike
fucking
picked
kidding
the
me.
Cowboys. Great minds. It's a long season, Patrick. You
I
got
understand that, but like
Rome wasn't built in a day. It was burned down.
that took at least 36 hours.
All right. Well, that'll do it, folks. Schematics of Rome burning aside. Again, Browns in London. Don't forget to set your clocks. Get up early to watch Dillon Gabriel make his debut against the Vikings. Yay. Regardless, though, if you decide to watch it or not, we'll be here to talk about it. So we'll see you guys in a week.
Bye.